What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8 and do a discussion video about a possible mole. Is it true? Is it not true? What are people saying? We're going to discuss it. Potential spoiler warning about Season 8, and especially if you're not up to date of Season 8, stop watching now if you don't want to know. For those who want to know and discuss this topic, here we go, guys. So post your comments below. What do you think is going on with it? But a lot of people are saying that Father Gabriel could be a mole. And why are they saying that? Because of this sequence right here is that the 50 cal Browning was moved yesterday or a day earlier is what Todd said here. And he's like, Gavin, it was moved to Gavin's place. It's not here. There's no guns here. And there were no guns there, but they were supposed to be. So why did that happen? We didn't get much more out of this character because Daryl was quick to pull the trigger and boom, take him out. Maybe they should have kept him alive, took him as hostage or something, but Daryl's not messing around and he took him down. But either way, what do you make of this whole sequence? Is that Todd came out from behind the tree and said, you know, there's no guns here. They were moved yesterday. And that's kind of a coincidence that the guns would just be moved yesterday. So Todd's gone. We can't ask him any more questions. Rick is pissed. He's like, what the heck, Daryl? The difference between Daryl and Rick we made in another video, so if you want to check that out and post your comments about that, that'd be pretty cool. And before this whole sequence, Rick and Daryl were talking about Rick going somewhere, and Daryl was like, you sure you want to go meet those a-holes? And Rick's like, this is how you get it done. So where is he going? Most likely, I said in another video that Rick is going to meet up with Jadis and the scavengers, and that's why he's taking the Polaroids to show them that Negan is being defeated. But what if there's a mole in Rick's group that was communicating with the scavengers, or the scavengers have been having surveillance around Rick's group? We'll find out. Again, these are just theories. I don't know of anything in particular, but the whole sequence of why people think there's a mole is because of this gun, because of this sequence, and they moved this gun into a strategic spot that took down some Kingdom members, a decent amount of them, I would assume, but it was put up pretty high. And I don't know if it was a coincidence, if people set it up. So if Ezekiel's people were taken down and taken out, I wouldn't think that Ezekiel would be a part of it. And I don't think there is a mole. I'm just going to say that right now. I think these are just, I'm building up hypothesis, discussion about it to see possible situations. But if Ezekiel led his men into this battle, knowing that they were going to have a gun there or something to take them down, it just wouldn't make sense. So I don't think it's anybody in this group. Definitely not Carol or Jerry or Daniel Newman or anybody like that. You know, it'd be pretty terrible if Jerry's face is like this and he knew about it, which is not going to happen, right? It doesn't make sense. So to me, the mole would have to be Father Gabriel or Dwight or maybe someone else potentially. But again, I don't think there is one. It's just a lot of people making a lot of inferences about it. So let me know your thoughts, guys, what you make of it. Is there a mole? Who do you think it is? Does it make sense or not? But the gun debate here, the 50 cal Browning, is causing a lot of big things about it because it was written down on the piece of paper by Dwight to say that it was at that building, and then it wasn't there. So why wasn't it there? And what's the reason for that? Hopefully they show us in the show and it makes sense and it doesn't, you know, cause any more loose ends. But we're going to have some action sequence in episode 804 about the gun and about this, so we'll see, and hopefully it gets answered. Previously, people were like, Enid is a spy. I think Enid is a spy. She was there. Maybe she's Negan's daughter, and she doesn't... No, Enid wasn't a spy. She was just a girl in Alexandria. She wasn't there to hurt anybody. She was just going there. She's like, oh, I think this, and all these weird things were coming out, clickbait articles and all that stuff. That's dumb. Now, a person playing both sides is clearly Gregory. He was at the sanctuary to be on the winning side. He just wants to be on the winning side. But he wouldn't know about Rick's plan, right? The timeline doesn't add up because he went to the sanctuary. Rick and his whole group planned all their stuff. Gregory's at the sanctuary, came back to the hilltop, and he wouldn't know that the gun was there or to tell him Rick's plan or whatever. So it doesn't make sense that it would be Gregory at all, just based on the timeline, even though he would flip-flop both sides and there. Tara, doesn't make sense that it's Tara too, because she wants to take down all of those saviors, so it doesn't make sense. A lot of people are saying they think it's Jesus based on what he's doing and why he's acting like this. That would be a crazy turn, and that's possibly one that makes sense. I'd hate to see that, but he's doing some erratic stuff and he wants to keep these saviors alive. And I don't know, it's a possibility. And that would be a major turn from the comics. It could happen, but it could be someone from this group right here if there is a mole that's there, because they're in the safe spot. They weren't going towards that other outpost. They were going towards this one, and they might know the gun's not there. People were saying that it could be Diane. Now, I don't think so. Again, I don't think there is a mole, so I don't think any of these people are moles. But the spy could be Diane. Now, to me, that's far-fetched. Maybe she is sisters with Tamiel or something, but I don't know. It's just far-fetched. I'm just giving you the word. It's what people are saying, and maybe it could or it couldn't happen. So either way, Father Gabriel is the one that makes some sense, and we'll tell you why. I don't think he is a mole, but he's on the outside looking in here, so he knows all of the plans. He knows what's going on there. He's with Rick. He's there to have some of the information, but then he gets captured or locked in or taken prisoner or whatever you want to say, but he's at the sanctuary with Negan. And maybe there was some time when Negan and Father Gabriel were in this trailer, and Father Gabriel made a deal with Negan saying, I'll give you some information if you keep me alive. Negan and his group radios ahead, say move the 50 cal big weapons, not just that one weapon, but all the weapons. And they did that right before it happened when they were going to that outpost. So I don't know if Father Gabriel is a mole or not, but it makes sense that he could have possibly told Negan some information to keep himself alive. He's done stuff in the past and some shady stuff in season 5 with talking to Deanna and everything, but I would assume he moved past that when he was going to attack the saviors and being part of this plan. So I don't think he was a mole. I don't think he's playing both sides. I don't think he's like, oh, I'm talking to Negan and Rick and playing to there. I think he's part of Rick's group. I think he's really scared in the situation with Negan and all these walkers around him and what to do. So maybe he gave some information to save his life, and that might have been one of the reasons why they knew to move that gun or the big guns or the weapons before it happened. So that's my only possibility of what Father Gabriel makes sense. I just don't think he's a mole, but I think he's just trying to save his butt. The mole could be Dwight. Dwight could be playing both sides. He could have given, Rick and Daryl some good information, and maybe he did give the right information about the guns and stuff because everything did check out, is what Rick said. But Dwight could have slipped up. He had a note here from Daryl, probably other notes too, going back and forth. Maybe Eugene saw him do something with that and said, what's going on? What are you doing? And maybe he had to give him some information, or he's like, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and playing both sides. So maybe it's Eugene, maybe it's Dwight, maybe them working together. It could make sense that Dwight's playing both sides to save his own butt, because he's like, I want to be on the winning side, kind of like Gregory, but I don't think Dwight is as slimy and grimy as Gregory is. He could be doing that, but to me, it makes the most sense that it would be Father Gabriel trying to save his own butt by giving some information to keep himself alive, and or Dwight doing the same thing or playing both sides. So I don't know, guys, exactly what it is, if we have a mole or not, but I'm interested to know your thoughts. Post your comments below, guys. And we got a giveaway when we hit 50,000 subscribers. We're going to do many more giveaways, but this is the upcoming one that we're going to be doing pretty soon. To be a member of the Walking Dead community Facebook page and a group gets you eligible for the giveaway and all giveaways, so you got to be a member of that. Follow me on Instagram. That's another way to be eligible as well. My book series, Fight for Us. I'm just letting you know, spreading the word. The update is that I'm finished book 4. I got books 1, 2, and 3 available now. Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions. Fight for Us available now online. And my 4th book right here, I finished the typing. Now I just got to edit it. It should be out in a couple weeks. Help us achieve our goal, guys, of 100,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching, and post your comments below.